One. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Hey, hey, hey. Let me turn this stuff on. You already know. You already know what time it is. You already know what it's about. Let's see what's going on. Customize multiple options. Randomly choose topics to discuss. I don't know if I want to do all that. Maybe. I don't want to do that. That sounds dumb. I don't want to do that either because that sounds dumb. Hey, what's up, everybody? Customize multiple options for viewers. I don't know what that means. Maybe I should just create a poll and just put a link in it. I don't know. I don't know what I should do right now. I'm trying to figure out. Check votes and comments. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to pin stuff, man. Like, it's annoying. Hey, what's up, Thunder? Welcome. It is Friday. Happy Friday to you. And happy Friday to everyone who decides that they want to join. Hey, let me tell you something right now. Your boy got a haircut, and he don't know how to act right now. Like, see what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Right? Hey, so what? We've been up here for like 3 minutes already. I'm already out of control. Already out of control. Don't know how to act. But in case anybody is wondering, I have drill tomorrow. And if you don't know what drill is, it's military duties, responsibilities, and yada, yada, yada. So I can't be going to drill looking like, a fool. So if I'm stunting, I'm going to stunt real good in that uniform. I'm just saying. So shout out to everybody that's jumping in right now. I know it's Friday. I know it's 5:30. I know people are driving. Don't be like me and get banned on TikTok for driving. So, Honeyflower says best state for nursing school. I don't know. Just depends. Preferably, you want to find a nursing school that's not going to like burn a hole in your pocket. So any damn school in California seems like it's just off the table for me because they have 2-year programs that were like $130,000. That may be something that people in California are used to paying to, but your boy is not. So it just depends. It's not really necessarily about the best schools. It's more about what schools are accredited, what are their NCLEX statistics look like, what does their graduation rates look like what are their stats for that? Like, are they even a good school? You know what I mean? So, those are the things that you got to think about in regards to into like when it comes to looking into schools. You can, like I said, the different schools you can go to. You can go be an LPN, you can go be an associate's degree RN, or get your BSN. And get your RN. Your track can be different. It doesn't have to be like everybody else's. So that will require for you to do the research. So the best state for nursing schools is a kind of a subjective statement. But if you really want something that's solid, I would recommend going to nurse.org and looking up their resources. And they have articles where it says, hey, best nursing schools to go to in 2023 and so on and so forth. So I would check that one out, Honeyflower. Where you gotta go? It's just here. It's local. It's in San Antonio. So shout out to all 28 people that have decided, or 30 people that decided to come hang out with me here on this live. If you are new here, my name is Kevin. I go by the Boot Nurse on all social media platforms. That includes, of course, TikTok, Thread, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Join the Facebook group, the Boot Nation. We're over there trying to harbor a lot more, pre-nursing students, nursing students, and nurses alike, to try to get that really great community of just doing things better for one another. But yeah, make sure you guys go over there and check that out. If you're a new nurse, if you start nursing school, like here in the next couple of weeks, check out the 7-day NCLEX course. It's going for $48. It's currently in its pre-launch. You get it now. You get it forever. So, hey, if you're thinking about getting an NCLEX course, a year, 2, 3, 4 years from now, you'll have it for $48. You get everything that's updated. So check that link out. But if you're new here, I want to know who you are. I want to know who you are, where you come from, where you are in your nursing journey. Are you a pre-nursing student? NCLEX takers, have you taken it once? Are you taking it again? Did you pass? If you passed, I want to know. We want to know. We want to celebrate you. Listen, there's no fake gaslighting BS that happens here. because passing that NCLEX, I don't care if you've taken it once or if you've taken it 20 times. Passing it is a milestone, and that's exactly how we're going to treat it, and we're going to celebrate you regardless. All right. So those are the things that I want to know. My co-host, Nurse Nelly, she is here. She has been a longtime friend, also a nurse. She's done ICU, done med surg, and now she does case management. She is my wonderful co-host. Heather is not here. I know I speak about her a lot, but any questions or comments or concerns that you have, and if I don't see them, she will have no problem answering them. So I'm going to look through the chat and we're going to see what we're talking about right now. Joshua Moore. Hey, yo. Did you see article, third offense, RN fraud, sentence 15 years? No, Thunder, I didn't see that. Tell us about it. Any advice to pass the NCLEX PN? I'm a repeat test taker. Well, is it Wendy Marie? I would suggest that you look at your breakdown. If you don't have a breakdown, I would get a hold of your board of nursing so you can see what areas of the NCLEX that you didn't do so well on. Once you do that, I would suggest putting yourself on a schedule, auditing yourself, putting yourself on a schedule, creating a study plan based off of the areas that you have the most difficulty on, recreating the testing center. So no phone, like this one, right? No phone, no drinks, no snacks. All of your stuff in reality should be done on the computer because your NCLEX is on the computer. It's not on paper, right? Understanding content, understanding NCLEX style questions, how to break them down. That would be my suggestion on how to retackle the NCLEX. Remember, for those that are new, hey, I've taken my NCLEX 3 times, and that's exactly what I had to do. You had to become regimented, and you have to do things a little bit differently in order for you to be successful, right? Failure isn't the end, people. Failing that exam isn't the end. It's only the beginning, so you can change your thought process. Okay. Let's see. Caught fake nursing as RN for a third time. Doing time now. Thunder, are you talking about you? Hope you ain't talking about you. Nurse Nelly, a whole trip. Right. Is it possible to do the accelerated nursing program 2 years without a prior degree? Yes. I believe so. It all just depends on, this is for Honeyflower, it all just depends on what program that you're trying to apply for. So I would definitely, you have to do a little bit more research on the programs and see what they take and what they don't take. I actually joined I was part of an accelerated BSN program. It was 18 months. And I had a degree, I had an associate's degree prior to that, but then there's people that don't have degrees. As long as you do the prerequisites and you meet the criteria, they'll accept you into it. Accelerated just means that it just goes fast. And it's not like a traditional where you do your spring and your fall semester and you don't do anything during the summer. That's essentially what what's the difference between traditional and an accelerated program. How do you fake being an RN? I don't know. Hey, you remember the story where I was telling you about, the one nurse who decided he wanted to put H4 instead of HIV. I mean, and I was a real nurse, so that kind of scares me a little bit. So, how is the new NCLEX style? So, the caliber of the questions has not changed. It is just the way that the questions are delivered to you. So, all of the old style questions, such as select all that apply, your multiple choice, your drop down, your click and drag where you put stuff in order, all those are still there, but they now incorporate other styles of questioning. The content hasn't changed. It's just the style of the question. So they have extended multiple responses. Now things are considered, certain questions now have partial credit. They now have the case studies, which you can get 6 questions out of one case study. They have the highlighting section where you highlight what is the most important things that you need to know within the essentially the material that they're giving you. A whole bunch of other ones. I actually made, if anybody is a part of my 7-day NCLEX program, I actually made a video where I talked about the different types of questions that are now added to this NCLEX. So I hope that answered your question. Wendy Marie, you're welcome. Nurse Nelly, how do you do it 3 times? Do it 3 times, different locations. I don't even know what y'all talking about, using other license numbers. Wait, huh? What? What y'all talking about? Y'all wilding out here. User 661948486616. Why do I sound like a speak and spell? Anyways, I did Kaplan review 100 questions a day, study content, and Kaplan question tree, passed first time. Shout out to you. I also used Kaplan. but it wasn't my first time using Kaplan. I developed a certain study way for me. It wasn't necessarily 100 questions a day because I couldn't afford that amount of time for me to do that amount of questions, but I did anywhere from 75 at that point, 75 to 150 questions a day when I read and did remediation. I also used the decision tree. The way that I actually coach is partial part of the decision tree, as well as Mark Klimick. Like those two mixed together is how I teach, and it works. It works 100%. So shout out to you for passing, Mark Klimick and Kaplan, and a lot of other the other programs that are out there are like my inspiration. One of many inspirations on why I created a course myself. So, accelerated BSN program without a prior degree. Yep. Do you enjoy being a nurse? Is that Kia? I do enjoy being a nurse. I do enjoy holding the title as RN because I worked very hard to get it. But I'm not a fan of bedside. Like, bedside is ghetto. I said it. Sorry, bedside is ghetto. However, you learn, in order for you to learn what it's like to do things as a nurse, when it comes to the hands-on experience, learning about your time management, learning how to take care of a patient, learning about, medications, all of the hands-on stuff like wound care and stuff like that. Like, you can't get that anywhere except for when you're actually physically working with a patient and working with others. You're learning about teamwork aspect, those are the things that I love, but it's the other things that come with it, like the nonsense in hospitals that I don't like, which make it just not enjoyable. So, and then I also got to realize that there are different aspects of nursing. Like, I'll give Nurse Nelly as an example. She's worked med-surg, she's worked ICU, and now she does case management, and she loves it. Me, I've always been an instructor. I've been an instructor/educator for about 8 years, and I know and I was lying to myself about the things that I wanted to do, and then when I finally got pushed into a corner, I made a decision based off of what I knew I wanted to do versus what I thought I wanted to do. And education is what I like. It's what I love. It's another reason why I do this. It's another reason why I precept. So I do enjoy being a nurse. But the term nurse, it doesn't mean you have to work bedside. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Kevin, someone got busted for the third time pretending to be a nurse. God damn. I mean, good Lord. Like, you faked 3 times? Wow, Lord have mercy. Yo, I actually had... So every month, the Texas Board of Nursing actually sends out like a pamphlet. And there were 2 people that I actually wanted to talk about. I might have it, but there's 2 people that I actually wanted to talk about. One faked being an RN, one faked being an LPN, and I wanted to talk about it. And I want to know, based off of all 33 of y'all in here, what do y'all think about people that just want to fake being a nurse? Why do you think that they do it? So I want to know. Any advice for fundamentals? The advice for fundamentals is be a sponge. Learn and absorb, like, especially if you don't know anything about it. Now, if you have past medical experience, forget everything that you ever could have known in regards to fundamentals, and you need to learn how to do the basic nursing fundamentals as a nurse or a nursing student. I'll give you an example. I'm a hospital corpsman in the Navy, and I've done everything under the sun. Once I became a nurse, I had to unlearn everything that I had knew before. So be a sponge, ask a ton of questions, take notes. And when it comes to fundamentals, put yourself in a small group, no more than 4 people to include yourself, and then split up all of the notes, at least 25%, and then bring it together and then practice with one another. You got to get outside your comfort zone and start to know with other people. That way, you can start to understand the material a little bit better. For money, mentally unstable. Yo, you ain't lying. Like, I never understood why somebody was like, yo, I want to go take care of people, but I don't want to get the basics. So I'm just going to go out there. And then I don't know about y'all, but some of these places, a lot of these places don't, like, the money is not really there for nurses, especially if you're a staff nurse. The money is where, like, you go travel, where they're paying you like 2, 3, 4, sometimes 8, 9, depending on what's going on, $1,000 a week. So, but being mentally unstable, yeah, something wrong with people. So, Dang, you said what I was going to say. Yep. You want to know why I knew you were going to say that? Because you were a CNA for a long time and you saw a lot of stuff. So, we had those conversations. Easy to log on and steal identities versus schooling. Yeah, it is. It's very easy for people to come up with $15,000 and then consciously say to themselves, you know what? Hey, whoever I don't know, take my money, give me a fake degree, give me a fake authorization, and so I can go take this exam. And then, hope to God I don't fuck up and kill somebody. Hope to God I don't do it. Right? So I just don't understand. I just don't understand about that. So Luna says, what do you think about UWorld reviews? Well, I actually, if you go, Luna, this is what I want for you to do right now, Luna. I want for you to get off my live. But before you get off my live, I want you to go to my page. See, I did a dramatic pause. You were probably just like, how dare he talk to me like that? But anyways, go to my live. Oh, I'm sorry, not my live, but go to my page and then look either on Instagram or on TikTok, but go down where it says my thoughts on UWorld. And I go into a nice full detail about it. So go check that out and I want you to come back. Go check it out. Did you see RN posted his 16 bi-weekly pay and people said it's not enough? So you mean to tell me this person, Thunder, let me make sure I'm understanding this. So he posted his check that he gets paid every 2 weeks, $1,647. And people said it's not enough. I would agree. It's not enough. It's not. I mean, think about that. Let's just take it back. Let's just give us a solid, with some fives and zeros. Let's say you got $1,500 every 2 weeks. That's $3,000 every month, right? But that doesn't take away, we don't know his family dynamic. We don't know how many kids he has. Is he a single financial home? Does he pay all the bills? How far is his job? How much is gas? Like food costs have gone up like crazy. Gas is always going up. Did he just buy a house? Like there's all those other financial things that we're not necessarily thinking about. And I can tell you right now, based off of everything being inflated over the past 3 years, 1647 every 2 weeks, not enough. So I would definitely, if people are saying it's not enough, I would agree. I mean, think about it. Some people have gone to school 2, 4, 6 years to be a part of one of the hardest occupations, because the school dropout is anywhere between 60 and 70%. That's crazy. It's high. So for me to become a nurse and to take care of people, you barely pay me scraps to scrape by. I mean, I'm just saying. I have my head to toe assessment check off soon. Any tips? I've been studying my paper repeatedly. Go off of what your paper says. Don't deviate from. Here's the thing. They can't ding you. This is for Kennedy. They can't ding you on anything if you don't deviate from that piece of paper. So when I used to do checkoffs when I was an instructor for surgical techs, I used to tell them, study everything that's on this paper. If you don't deviate from it, I can't hit you on anything. I can't. So do your head to toe assessment and start from your head to toe. Go from head all the way down the toe. And if you've been studying your paper, you're going to do fine. You're going to do fine if you study your paper. Was he like part-time? How in the world he survived? Exactly. If I was in the South, that might be the case. What do you mean, Kia? I forgot how I answered that. Let me go back. I can't find it. I forgot. Rent. He got rent $650. The hell? Where he living at? If you lived in the South, that might be the case. I live in the South, and let me tell you right now, that ain't the case. Unless you're living like in a small town. But even if you're living in a small town, they're only going to pay you based off of how the local economy is. Unless they are desperate and some shit's like COVID is happening. You know what I mean? As a new grad, he said he wants people to know the real deal. So I want everybody to take the time at some point. I want you guys to go and look at my, I made a video called My First Nursing Paycheck, and I put it out 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and it's on my YouTube. And first of all, I want to give myself a pat on the back because my editing for that, spot on. But it's real. Like I posted my first nursing paycheck. And I actually got a bonus that I didn't even realize that I got. That's another thing. If you get put in contracts or whatever, make sure you read your shit, okay? Don't be like me. So I'll just tell you right now, it's like I made $25 an hour, but they're like $25 an hour versus when I was on active duty and in the military, and the money that I made every 2 weeks was nothing compared to the money that I made when I started working as a nurse. Like, it was rough. It was rough. And I didn't even have my son yet. It was rough at that point. So I can tell you right now that it's not enough. And I'm glad that he shared that. I'm all about being transparent. So I want everybody to go to my YouTube, and I want them to see that video. He's single, rent $650. Lord have mercy. It says, hey, Methodist Stone Oak nurse extern here. Hey, whoa, hold up. Hey, shout out to you for being a Methodist Stone Oak nurse extern. I mean, I don't know if I would have told anybody that, but okay. All right, cool. You're welcome, Kennedy. Any tips on the next generation NCLEX? Lightning bug. Yes, I do. Let me see. Killeen Harker Heights. Yep, because that cost of living in Killeen is low. Because, them rents over there be like $800, $900. So they're going to pay you $800, $900 worth because they know that, I'm trying to tell you, it ain't. It all just depends on where you live. Any tips for the next generation NCLEX? One I'll say is that you need to study. First off, you need to know, do you have a good understanding of content? And do you understand how the questions are broken down? You need to put yourself on a study schedule, as well as you need to audit your time. So your time management has to be key. And then you have to recreate the testing center. So none of this junk, not your phone, no drinks, no food, no snacks, no nothing like that. All on the computer. And then also think about what type of learner are you? Are you auditory, kinesthetic, visual? Are you a read write? Are you a mixture of one or all of them? Those are things that you got to think about too. Because not everybody learns the same. So my suggestion to you is to expose yourself to as many questions as you possibly can, using the content to reinforce what you don't know, but also what you do know. So that way you can keep it relatively fresh in your head. That's for Lightning Bug. I'm sorry, I was saying his pay might be low if he was in the South, like Mississippi. Okay, yeah, for sure. Kia, I would agree, because places like Mississippi, I think that's actually the lowest economy or like type of economy in the United States. But then again, the cost of living is not high there. So right, Mississippi is one. Yep, exactly. Shout out to Lakin. Lakin's here. Lakin was asking me a ton of questions on Wednesday. So shout out to you for being here. It's really sad. I think some start at $22 an hour. Yeah, Kia. So I want to say, when I started working as a nurse, I was working at a place where they were paying us $25 an hour. Now they're actually starting brand new nurses out at like 30 or something like that. But then if you went to like one of the local hospital, or if you went to like the level 1, they were starting people at like 23 or 24. So like a whole anywhere from $1 to $3 less than what I was getting. So, it all just depends. How do you feel about robotics? Sydney, what do you mean? Like, what part of robotics? What do you mean? Hey, how are you? But yeah, so I would definitely look more into that. The Da Vinci robots, I love the Da Vinci robots. I actually did the Da Vinci robots in the operating room with, of course, with General and GYN. I like fucking around with the robots, to be honest. I enjoyed it a lot. So if anybody, and here's another thing, that this is for anybody that decides that they want to do like medical devices, get really close with like the reps or the medical device people that come to the hospital, because they are always looking for nurses. I mean, always looking for nurses. So if you have RN or LPN or LVN behind your name, and if they're just like, hey, we're hiring, sales reps to come work for 3M to do trainings on how to use the new condom catheters. I mean, you're still a nurse, but now you're just doing something different. So, Thunder, I'm federal employee. I won't disclose my pay. Okay. First of all, you're a federal employee. You don't have to disclose your pay, because we can go and see where you fit on the GS scale. Okay? We can find that. And we'll just guess from there. Hello, just got hired at Methodist Hospital in San Antonio. Shout out to you, Ruben. Shout out to you. 97,000 what? Oh, 97,000 a year for a new grad? Yeah, but the cost to live in a hole in New York City is $2,500. So your 97,000 is really like, I don't know, 30,000. I don't know, but I know it's expensive as hell to live up in New York City. I know that. I got a lot more knowledge about nursing on Wednesday. Oh, you got, yeah. Hey, look, I'm all about giving out the knowledge. Nurse Nellie's down here. They'll drop it as much as they can. Medical assistant, educational diagnostician. I'm guessing, are you asking me about that? I don't know exactly what you're at. I don't know exactly what that is. Sheridan, our pay starts at $28.44. Ruben, are you a new grad, I'm assuming? Are you a new grad and you just got hired there? And it also depends on what specialty you go to, right? Because I know that new OR nurses, they get paid, I think, around 30, and then after they get finished, they get bumped up. Because OR nurses, so here's another thing, is that OR nurses get specialty pay. I'm just saying. OR nurses get specialty pay. Think about that. Ruben, think about that. So if you ever want to be an OR nurse, wherever you are, they get specialty pay. An extra like $3, $4, something like that. You know what's crazy? OR nurses get specialty pay. But to my knowledge right now, ICU nurses do not. They do not. Yes, 20. Hello, just graduated in April as an RN, looking for a job, hopefully in the ED. Any guidance? I would definitely get your resume looked at. I would create a LinkedIn and make it as professional as possible. Like you can find so many YouTube videos that can make your LinkedIn look possible. As a matter of fact, everybody in here, if you're trying to look for a job, make sure your resume looks good. And create a LinkedIn account, because you'd be so surprised on how many people would reach out to you. The next thing is that if you're trying to look for a position in the ED, look at any local hospital that's around you and look for their residency program. A lot of people don't like the residency program because you're going to end up signing the contract. But if you're trying to get a job and you're trying to get experience, especially, in the hospital, those are the things that you have to do. You got to look for those. What job can you get as a tech rep? What do you mean? What kind of tech rep? Because I can tell you right now, there are people that have never done anything medical that work at those medical devices companies. None. They were like, oh yeah, I have a degree in communications, and I knew somebody that told me about this one, and yeah, they got me hired. And now they're a sales rep, for Intuitive, who make they make the Da Vinci robots, and they're the ones that are just like, yeah. Your whole job is to try to, get these doctors to use this robot. A lot of the doctors don't want to use the robots because they're time consuming, but there's a lot of research behind it showing that it does promote a faster healing process for patients that are undergoing any type of procedure using the robot. So, you're going to med-surg? I wonder what med-surg floor you're going to. What med-surg floor are you going to? You're just going to med-surg, do you know? I don't know. Which is why I refuse to take the job there. Yep, I'm in Georgia. You're in Georgia? As a federal worker? You're probably like near like Fort Stewart or Fort something. I don't know. They tried to pay me $35 as an experienced ICU nurse. Look, with $4 for overtime. And so you're getting that, you're doing a night and a weekend differential. Yeah, you'll get some. They don't. You're right. How does on-call usually work with the OR? Well, depending on how many people that you have in your OR will depend on how your on-call schedule goes. You could go from being on call for maybe once a week to being on call once every couple of weeks to being on call every other day. It all just depends. I know a few of my friends that work at the VA, they're on call once every month or 6 weeks. And they rarely get anything because the true emergencies go to the level 1 trauma facility that are right next door. Do you guys hear this guy? Do you hear him? Tell me if y'all can hear him. He's talking. Sir. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah? Do y'all hear him? Oh, yeah? Sir. Yeah, I know, but I'm talking. Oh, okay. If I let you in here, you're just going to terrorize stuff. Okay. All right. So he just doesn't want to listen to me. He's just talking. I don't know what he's doing. This is the first time he's done that, and it's hilarious to me. So let me answer y'all question. Thank you. I'm in Florida. I'm happy with my team, which is very important to me. More important than me. Yeah, fact. If you don't have a good team, it's gonna suck. It really is. Indeed. Indeed is a good job search. Give or take. Indeed's kind of iffy. I didn't really like it. Who is better, a male nurse or a female doctor? Well, Papi Rojo. Um, I guess it all just depends. Let him in, Daddy. Nope. Yeah, how cute. He just wants his dad. He does. He does all the time when I'm in here. He just wants to come and hang out. But I got all this stuff in here, and he just decides he wants to start ripping it up. And I'm like, bro, stop it. Show him who the alpha male is. Look, he already knows what's up. He already knows what's up. He gone now. I told him, hey, I was like, go on, hey, get from around here. See, he gone. Left him. Left him alone. Anyway, shout out to the 31 people that are in here. If you guys are brand new here, my name is Kevin. I go by the Boot Nurse on all social media platforms. Whatever social media platform you could think of, I'm a part of it. I don't need to go through those whole things. If you're a brand new nurse, if you're starting nursing school, here comes soon. Or if you're trying to practice for the NCLEX, check out thebootnurse.com, as well as check the link in my bio for the 7-day NCLEX course going for $48. 80% off. You get it forever. And I'm constantly updating things all the time. As a matter of fact, I recorded like 3 or 4 videos yesterday. And now he's crying, y'all. Now he's crying. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. He probably fell or he ran into the wall because he has, 2 left feet. That's just what he does. Anyways, if you are new here, I want to know who you are, where you're from, where you're at in your nursing journey. Are you a pre-nurse? Are you a pre-nursing student, a nursing student taking the NCLEX? You are a nurse. How long you been a nurse? So on and so forth. And then, of course, downstairs. Of course, down in the chat, I got Nurse Nelly. Nurse Nelly is my co-host. She's been a nurse for 4 years. Worked in med-surg, tele, ICU, and now does case management. Loving her job. Make sure you guys go over there and follow her. She'll give you all the tea on being a case manager and all that good jazz. So let's see what you guys are talking about. I want to know all that stuff. So what is better, night shift or day shift? Me personally, I like day shift. Well, I mean, they both have their what's the word I'm looking for? Their pros and cons. I like night shift because you have the autonomy. And I mean, there were times where we had wheelchair races, down the ICU when I was working in there. But the day shift, you have all the resources that you could ever want in day shift. So that's why I liked it. But they always put new nurses on night shift, and I never really liked that. I feel like the more experienced nurses should be there, but all the more experienced nurses don't want to work nights, and I don't blame them. So, Nurse Nelly, I'm an alpha male. Okay, cool. I guess. A teaching hospital would be perfect fit for a new grad. Nurse 74, I would 100% agree with you because I actually tell a lot of nurses to do that. I was like, go to a level 1 trauma facility, or level 1 hospital, hell, even a level 2. I was like, because you essentially will have all the resources that you could ever want there. And they actually have a lot more. Type of, you got a lot more help, because of a lot more of the capabilities that they have there. I know I'm stuttering over here. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting it out. So, let's see. Just send them over here. We'll babysit. Look, you can come and get them. Kia said, I'm a pre-nursing student in Texas, but once I'm done with school, going back home to Cali. Hey, look, you're smart. Come here, get that degree, and then go back and work over there because we both know how expensive it is to get anything in California. But make sure when you get your nursing license, obviously make sure all that stuff's good to go. But then you got to think about when you transfer your license over to California because the criteria of the licensing are different. Like they require different hours, so on and so forth. So night shift is easy to cheat on your spouse. Sure. I mean, if that's what you do, I mean, I'm not one to judge, but I mean, are you talking from like personal experience? Like what you mean? What you mean, guy? Any recommended private schools? I might just pull the gun. Tired of waiting to get accepted. So Alexandra, my question to you is, how many schools have you applied to? And how many schools have you applied to? So if you're sitting here, you're telling me that you're waiting to get accepted, just based off of that statement, it just sounds like you have only applied to one. So don't limit your options. And here's the thing: is that going to a private school? Okay, so what is the private school, Alexandra? Let me know. So what's the private school that you're going to or that you actually applied to go to? And then you got to also think is like, are you willing to leave the state to go apply at a different job? Or I'm sorry, to apply at a different school so you can do the same thing that Kia's doing, I'm starting my senior year of nursing school this fall from Oregon. Shout out to you. Hey, before you know it, it'll be done. You don't need a license to be a nurse. I've been a nurse for 30 years, no school. I don't know what the fuck that even means. Like, that sounds so goddamn counterintuitive. Like, who cares? You've been a nurse for 30 years with no license. Well, sir, shit changes. Now you have to have a fucking license to be a nurse. And if you don't got one, you're not a fucking nurse. Shit changes. Thanks for the suggestion about the Cali license. Yeah, you're welcome. What do you think of a new grad? What do you think of new grads going in the ICU? Well, if Heather was here, she would flat out tell you that she doesn't believe that any nurse should go straight to ICU. Everybody should go to med surg. Now, I think about it a little bit differently. Eminem, what's up? I think about it a little bit differently. I feel like if that is what your passion is and if that's where you want to go there. It is very, very, very fast paced. And ICU programs are a little bit different now. ICU programs are a little bit different now because they have shortened the residency programs and the orientations. Because ICU programs used to be like 6 months to a year. Now they're like 10, 12 weeks. And then they're like, here you go. So would I recommend going to it now? Absolutely not. Because when I tell you they are setting you up to fail, and Nurse Nelly can really agree with me on this, they are setting you up to fucking fail. You know what I'm saying? So I would really think about that. There's nothing wrong with going to med surg at all. There's nothing wrong with doing it. It does give you more. It gives you that time to develop your foundation, your time management, and understanding what it's like to work as a nurse. Because when you get to the ICU, it's going to be very fast paced. But in the end, it all depends on what you want to do. How many years have you been a nurse? I've been a nurse for 3 years. I've been in the ICU for a month, and it's been great time so far. So much to learn. Yeah, Carl, because when you're there, honestly, another thing, it also depends on the ICU and the circumstances of which you were in. So I went during the second wave of COVID, and we didn't have any staff. And the staff that also was there that were so knowledgeable, they left. They left and went to a different hospital because those hospitals was like, hey, we need nurses over here that are experienced. We'll give you a $20,000 bonus. Hey, money talked, and they left. And it was like 9 of them that left. So the majority of my ICU was like 80 to 90% of all new grads of like less than like anywhere from 6 months to a year of experience. And we just got fed to the fucking wolves. And we all just had to learn. It was all trial by fire and learning all together. And we learned a lot. But it's just like some of the situations that they put you in are just very unsafe, and very unethical. And it just wasn't like, it just wasn't it. It wasn't it. Hey, hold on one second. All right, good. My program is 6 months. See, Carl, now that's what I'm talking about. Your ICU program is 6 months long, and that's how it should be. At the bare minimum, you can learn a lot. You have a preceptor. You actually have the resources. Versus how for me and for other people, not so much. AMZ, you're welcome. Carl, that is awesome. How can I become an infusion nurse after graduation? You apply for it? Yeah, by infusion, I'm assuming you mean like in dialysis? Or do you mean like like in dialysis, or not? Or are you trying to create your own infusion therapy, like IV stuff? Like, what do you mean? Graduate next May. I have no idea where to work. Should I just do med surg until I figure it out? Sure, Junior. Why not? The OR residency is 6 months. Sure is. And let me tell you something right now. I'm glad it's 6 months, and it should be 6 months because there are a lot of different nuances depending on the specialty that you're in. General, you can pick up pretty fast. GYN, you can pick up very fast. Ortho, there's a lot of shit going on. Vascular, a lot can go wrong extremely fast. Ortho, I already said there's a lot going on. If you're doing neuro, a lot can go on. So, it takes you anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks for you to actually start to kind of get used to being there. So I actually agree. The residency program for the OR should be 6 months, just like the ICU residency should be also 6 months. Do you have any advice for the T's? Finished the LPN program last year. What T's? Is it Charisse? Did I say it right? Charisse? Carl, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Megan, hey, I'm 23 years old. Am I too old to start? Are you serious? Is that Sherry Bath? Are you serious? Did you seriously just ask me, are you too fucking old to start? Like, what you mean, guy? Come on. Can I ask a medical question? Poppy, I don't know if he's fucking still in here, but that shit's annoying. Bath, no way. I'm an undergrad. Want to be a CRNA. Any tips to getting into ICU? Apply for it. Apply for it. So if you're an undergrad right now and you want to be a CRNA, you need to apply to, if you can't get into an ICU, go to MedSurg. And if you can't, MedSurg will always take everybody because they believe that's where everybody should start anyway. So start in MedSurg and then any type of ICU. If you want to go CRNA, in my best opinion, you want to get to a cardiovascular ICU of some sort. You want to get to a cardiovascular ICU in some way, because essentially that's what they consider the cream of the crop in regards to preparing you for CRNA school. But it's the medications, it's the drips that you really got to think about when it comes to being a CRNA, because they want to know, it's all about maintaining the patient. So cardiovascular, good spot. But any ICU will do. Hey, hell, if you could float to different ICUs and be, be a threat in all aspects, that's a good way to do it too. What did he say? Okay, thanks. That's awesome advice. Yep. We don't have that here. No for cancer. No for for cancer infusion center. Oh, okay, I got you. IV stuff, pick lines. Okay. I totally agree. I shadowed in the OR and will need every bit of that 6 months. It's not too bad. For me, I picked up on it pretty fast because I was already a surgical tech for like 13 years. Technically, I'm still a surgical tech, but like me being in the OR, which is very familiar. So it didn't take long for me to start to pick up on things. The only thing that was different was just switching from thinking being a tech to being a circulator. But and to answer anybody's question, no, I'm not going to be a registered nurse first assist. I don't want to do that. I'm a nurse base. I'm a PCT. Now, do you think that will help getting into the ICU? If you're a PCT in the ICU, it actually probably could help because you already know who the people that are there, the manager or whoever could really vouch for you. It all just depends. It all just depends. Eminem, most require chemo certified, which you usually get from a cancer floor of a hospital. Okay. Kevin, what's the floor called? My brain is fried. What are you talking about? You're talking about oncology? The oncology floor. Medoc. That's what it is. Medical oncology. That's the cancer floor. I was actually on the cancer floor the other day because I was doing, infection prevention, because I was doing that stuff too. So Samantha Dunkel. Did I say that right? Is it Dunkel or Dunkel? Any suggestions for NCLEX? I'm on my 6th attempt. Well, ma'am, I'm going to need for you to, number one, apply for it again. Number two, I need to know, have you been looking at your breakdowns? So at the 6th attempt, at this point, I'm like, what is it that you're not getting? What is it that you're not understanding? Is it content? Is it applying content to NCLEX style questions? Do you not know exactly what they're asking you? What's your time management like? Are you accountable? Like, what are you doing? But what are you not doing? What's your study schedule look like? You know what I mean? Like, where are you starting to study? How are you studying? What is distracting you? Are you on your phone? Are you like out hanging out with everybody else, doing all that other nonsense? Like, what exactly is that? There's a lot of different nuances to why you aren't successful at your exam. Okay. What your career, Nurse Bay, what do you mean? You put I want to try to decipher it, but my brain hurts. So you gotta elaborate. Once you finish prerequisites and then you're into the nursing program, do they offer that at nights? What do you mean? Do they offer nursing programs at night? Then go into a nursing program, do they offer it at night? If that makes sense. Like, and I'm assuming that's what you're asking me, right? Will hospitals pay for CRNA school? Depends on the hospital. Some hospitals may pay for it, but they have other different types of scholarships that are out there that'll pay for you to go to school. CRNA school is expensive. Like, you're looking at anywhere from like $150,000 to $250,000 for you to go to a CRNA program. There are a lot of programs that are out there that'll pay for it. My suggestion is that do as much research as you can on how to pay for it. Okay. And hold on, like, and I already forgot what you asked me. So nursing programs don't offer things. They don't. I have yet to see a nursing program where it's offered like at night. However, they do have online programs, which I know, if I remember you saying that, you say you're a full-time mom and you have two boys, and I think you said you work full-time. So they may not have it at night, but they do offer online programs. You just got to search for those online programs. Samantha, the best thing for you is to take a refresher course at your local college. What did Samantha say? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, you can do that too. Yep. You can take a refresher as well. If they offer it, most places do. Hell, even the Board of Nursing, I know in Texas that if you fail, like you have 4 years to pass your NCLEX from from the month or year that you graduate. After those 4 years, the Board of Nursing is going to require you have to submit on like why you aren't passing it. They put you through a remedial, and then they will allow for you to take it again. And then if you continue to keep failing it, they will recommend that you go back to school. So the costly schools offer nights like Chamberlain. Yep, that's right. So I applied at Chamberlain, but they never called me back, which was weird. So I was like, whatever. I totally forgot about Chamberlain. So I didn't realize that's what Chamberlain did. But Chamberlain is pretty expensive. When I looked at them, when I was trying to go to school, even though this was a couple of years ago, they were like $40,000 a year. I don't know if that's still the same. Somebody please let me know. My sister failed 3 times and took the refresher and passed. Well, shout out to your sister. I know a lot of those places that do offer the refresher. That does come with a price, so you just got to look into that. Let's see. Thank you for your insight. Just starting my nursing career. Ari, you're welcome. Got a whole bunch of knowledge that's in here. So I'm glad this is giving you some insight and what to look forward to. It's so expensive, right? Chamberlain, I was just like, man, that'd be a good school. I mean, because they took a lot of my credits, and then I realized I was like, oh. But luckily for me, like, I have my military GI Bill, so I didn't have to really necessarily worry about it. But that shit is not cheap. I'm in Baker College too. They do a good job, I guess. Eminem, I don't know what that means. Did I miss something? My school offers night school, but clinicals will still be during the day. Okay, what school is that? User 496. You know who you are. Doesn't most schools online require you to already have your? No, they do not. They do not, Lincoln. I feel like the NCLEX, if you know fundamentals and endocrine, you can swing it. I don't know, Ash Money, you tell me. Because I can tell you right now, it's not just necessarily about fundamentals and endocrine, because the NCLEX consists of a whole bunch of other stuff besides those two. Like, what about pharmacology? I mean, even though you need to know the basic fundamentals, what about management of care? What about what happens when a specific disease process is what if a specific disease process is presented and you have no idea what it is? So now you have to decipher the rest of the question to try to figure out what the answer is. I took the NCLEX after studying for 8 days and I had COVID. Well, shout out to you. Not everybody. So that's another thing for the 36 people that are in here. Not everybody is you. Not everybody's going to study nor retain information like you. So for the fact that you studied for 8 days and you had COVID, like you wear that shit like a badge of honor, that's cool. That's okay that you did that. But not everybody, 90 to 95% of people are not like that. Chamberlain is like $90K, so they suggest you have most of your classes done. It will be cheaper. Yeah, so they want you to go to like a community college, knock out as many as you can, and then you go back. Yeah, and that's kind of where I was. But that way you just essentially pay for the nursing classes rather than all the other classes, like math or whatever the hell. Speaking of nursing school, Baker College of Nursing is a good one. Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying. I chose Chamberlain because that's what you and I talked about. Yeah, I remember that. I was going to go to Chamberlain, but they didn't ever call me back. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to go somewhere else. How are clinicals done? Clinicals are done. Usually your school has what is called like a memorandum of understanding with whatever the local hospitals are. And that's how clinicals are done. Now, if you are an online student, it's essentially the same exact thing. So clinicals are done. your clinicals are done based off of the type of class that you're in. So if you're in fundamentals, they're going to essentially put you on med surge to do the fundamentals, like where you're doing like basic care and comfort, starting IVs, doing medication, all that other stuff. So it's like when you start to get to like med surge and stuff like that, they'll put you in like critical care, labor. Like when you get to maternity, they start putting you in labor and delivery, newborn, mother, baby, postpartum, all that good jazz. I went to Christ College of Nursing. It was one of our hospital college. Okay, I got you. Nurse Nelly, did you do the military as well? She did not. No, I'm not being. Listen. All right, who is this? Ash Money. Ash Money. I don't mean to sound mad or sound aggressive. All right, that's just kind of how sometimes I come off. Number one, it's very hard to understand a message when it comes through, right? And I think whoever the fuck else was in here when they were running their mouth, it was really annoying me, right? So I'm working on a lot. I've gotten a lot better. So the aggression isn't directed towards you. So I apologize if you feel like it was directed towards you. However, I was just making a blanket statement, as in it may have taken you 8 days and you may have had COVID. First of all, for you taking an exam on COVID, that sucks. I don't even know how you did that. But the majority, like the masses, won't do that. Like if I had COVID, I ain't going nowhere because I'm a baby and I'll go lay in the corner somewhere and I'll just be like, fuck it, I'll just postpone it, right? So, or I could just be like, I'll just go take it. So there's that. As a new nurse with no experience, bedside nursing school, do you recommend day or night shift? Is that Yonda? I would recommend going to day shift. That's just me though. A lot of people are like, oh, I want to go to night shift so I can, have this all this autonomy. But day shift is where all the resources are. That's where all the resources are. So I would recommend if you have no experience or anything like that, and trust me, most people that are coming out of nursing school have no experience. That's where they're going to go. You would want to go to night shift. What percentage did you need to pass the class? What do you mean? What percentage do I need to pass what class? No, Kevin and I have been friends since yep, we have. And we were talking about nursing school a long time ago. Lakin. So since I'm wanting to go into labor and delivery, that's where they will put me in my clinicals? No. So when you're in school, Lakin, and this is just for everybody else that's in this live who doesn't know this, is per semester, you will take or per quarter or whatever, you will take certain classes. So for example, you will take nursing fundamentals, health assessment, right? They will put your clinicals will be surrounded by, or it encompasses those classes. So if you take first semester, you do health assessments and fundamentals, that's the type of clinical setting that you're going to be in. Next semester, if they put you in like med surge, now they're going to put you they'll put you in like med surge, but then they'll also put you in other areas like ICU or the NICU or not NICU, but the neuro ICU or different areas. So now it's going to start to increase your aspects of bedside knowledge. But then like the third semester, you're going to end up in like maternity, like the maternity class. So when you're doing maternity, now they're going to be like, all right, cool. Now we can put you in labor and delivery. And now we can put you in mother baby. We can put you in NICU, so on and so forth. So your classes dictate the type of clinical setting that you're going to be in. So I'm not going to put you in fundamentals and then just throw you in labor and delivery because you're not going to be at that class yet, if that makes sense. Lakin, no, ma'am, your clinicals are more for one specialty. Yep. Wow, you're right. Lakin, no, you'll be in front. Yep. You learn more on day shift for sure. Yep. Gotcha. Yep. Mine was a 78 or higher. Oh, okay. Essentially, were they asking like, what is the passing grade like on tests or anything like that? So if that's the question that you were asking for my school, it was a 75 or higher. Anything below a 75 was a fail. So from a 75 to, I believe, an 82, it was considered a C. Anything from an 83 to a 90, it was considered a B. And then 91, no. 83 to 93 was considered a B. 94 and above was considered an A. No idea what universities do. It's really stupid. I don't know. I don't know why that shit happens. It's dumb. Med-surg is where you meet every type of patient you study about. Yep, 100%. Like you'll see just about a little bit of everything. Like if you go to med surg, you'll be very well-rounded. Usually for all the med surg nurses that I've worked with that come to the ICU, they're there, unless they really like it, they're there for about anywhere from like a year and a half to 3 years before they decide that they want to move somewhere. I'm Sasha. Sasha, ain't nobody worried about you. No, I'm just playing. Hey, shout out to Sasha. Sasha's usually here on all my lives. Probably for like the last week. So your tardiness is forgiven. Just don't let it happen again. I'm just saying. What's your view on starting out fresh out of school in the ED? Well, Zen Lotus, if that's where you want to go, cool, go there. My view is a little bit different from a lot of other people. So I'm the type of person that if that's where you want to go, go. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go. If you want to go to be an ER nurse, go straight to the ER. If you want to go to ICU, go straight there. If you want to go to med surg, go straight there. You want to go to labor and delivery, go straight there. Because you can. The opportunities are very different than they were 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Because back in the day, they was like, oh, you can't go to ICU because you need to go to med surg. But now times have changed. And COVID has really changed shit all the way. So if you want to go be an ER nurse, go. Mine was 78. My friend was 74. Every school is different. It sure is. I was able to come out as a badass ICU nurse before because of my med surg training. Yep. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. How long did you think orientation should be in the ED? Not the 6 weeks that the orientation that the ER nurses that I was in, like my cohort, I guess. Not the 6 weeks that they got. I can tell you that. That's why my thought process is just a little bit different. You're welcome, Zen Lotus. How long should you study before taking HESI A2 entrance exam? I think that a good month, a good 2 weeks to a month. It all just depends on how much you study. So here's another one. I failed my first entrance exam, which was the HESI. I think I got like a 74 and you needed like a 75. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but then I opened up and I wasn't even really trying to study. Next time I opened it up and I really studied for like a solid 4 weeks and I got like a 96 or something. I don't know what the hell. It was like, it was a higher score to where it was just like, they're like, oh, okay, well, no wonder. So about anywhere from a good 2 weeks to like a solid month studying the HESI A2. Who is that? All right. Hey, so shout out. I'm all caught up on my questions in my chat. I usually am super slow because I'm trying to elaborate on everything. So shout out to all 29 of y'all in here. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Kevin. I promise I'm not an aggressive person all the time. But welcome to the live. Shout out to Nurse Nelly. And now Sasha's here. So now I got some more co-hosts that are doing their thing down there in the chat. You can find me on all those social media platforms all over the place. Everything is at The Boot Nurse. If you're new here, I want to know who you are, where you're from, where you're at in your nursing journey. Have you taken the NCLEX? Have you taken it more than once, taken it twice? Do you have any questions about anything in regarding becoming a nurse, in nursing school, the NCLEX, what to expect outside of being a nurse? You got a plethora of people that are in here sharing their opinions. If you're a new nurse about to start school here in the next couple of weeks, and you're looking for an NCLEX review, check out the 7-day NCLEX course. That link is in my bio. It's going for $48. You pay it once, you get it forever, which means you get all the updates that I'm going to be dropping. I actually just got finished recording about 3 or 4 videos last night until about 1:30 in the morning. You want to know why? Because I do it for y'all. It's 80% off right now. You get it now. Like I said, you get it forever. So let's see what we're talking about. What is the end? Okay, hold on. Well, first I saw yours first, so I'm going to answer this question. Lakin, ma'am, with all the questions, I love it. What is the NCLEX? The NCLEX stands for the National Council of Licensure Exam. And then if you put a hyphen, it's for registered nurses. And then if you're going to be an LPN, it's for practical nurses. So that's what the NCLEX stands for. When you start nursing school, they're going to say it a lot. My first semester of school, I was like, what in the hell is the NCLEX? And then, of course, I didn't really care or pay attention to the NCLEX until I was in my last semester. And I was like, oh, I should probably pay attention to this now. So no lie, Sasha. Nothing but the truth here. Delaware, back in here. Didn't you ask me to come visit Delaware? I don't even know where that's at on the map. How you like working in the hospital you at now? okay. Next question. Esther said, pharmacology review. Ma'am, what about a pharmacology review? What about it? What you want to know about pharmacology? Ask your question down here. A lot of folks will tell you. I'm in Colorado, starting nursing school on the 17th. Shout out to you, 3-boy mama. I thought it said, I couldn't really tell you what it said. I thought it said baby mama, but I was just like, no. But shout out to you for starting nursing school. Be ready. Be ready, 3-boy mama. Be ready for nursing school, because it's really, being in nursing school is really going to test every aspect of your life. Time management, your endurance, your mental stability. Look, I'm telling you, I literally sat not at this desk, but at my desk multiple times on multiple different occasions wanting to quit. I kid you not. So, Jimmy, you take it in 2 weeks. Shout out to you. I know you're going to crush it. I know you're going to crush that exam. Sorry, trying to learn what I can before I start school. Lakin, you good? I'm just messing with you. Hey, look, I love for the fact that you ask all these questions, because by you asking, we could just be giving the answer to somebody who may not want to ask it, so you can always ask questions. I don't ever have a problem with that. I've been retired from nursing 5 years, so to be 70 and wait, what? I've been retired from nursing 5 years, soon to be 70, and I want to come back. Why? Why, Chuck? Why do you want to come back? You better enjoy that retirement. Don't you got like grandkids, great grandkids? Don't you got like a boat? Like, don't you like to go fishing? Can you adopt me if you do all that? I'm just saying. I live in Georgia, LPN, start RN in January. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I don't even know how to say your name. Is it Yosia? VSG Gym Mommy? I don't even know if I said that right. Let me know if I said that right. Nah, I don't know how. I like how you said that. I'm letting you know. I'm working. Sasha, I can't stand you. I'm working weekend shifts, 2 12s, manageable for 2-year ADN. Are you asking me? I don't know if that's a question. Zen said, I'm in Virginia. I have 5 classes till I graduate, current RN student. Zen, I already knew that, but I appreciate you telling me again, though. Hey, 5 classes? Because you said like next May, right? Hey, I'm telling you, everybody, once you start nursing school, you'd be so surprised. Today, as a matter of fact, if anybody follows me on Instagram or is part of the Boot Nurse or the Boot Nation Facebook group, today marks 5 years that I graduated nursing school. 5 years. And I'm gonna tell you guys about that in a second. Once I get caught up on all these questions y'all asking me. That's what I'm saying, right? I don't know. I am actually working on pharmacology lectures. Because pharmacology was a big headache for me when I was studying for NCLEX. It was like the number one thing. So I actually take tons of pride in studying for NCLEX. Do y'all hear this guy? Sir. Hey. There he is. He's back. Do y'all hear this guy? Nursing school is no joke. But it is what you make it. That's facts. That part. Yo say. Kind of like yo no say, but just yo say. I'm gonna remember that now. Hey, don't discourage us old folks. Judy, what do you mean? I don't know what that means. I'm not discouraging anybody. I'm saying you're 70 and you're retired. Hey, go be retired. Hey, I retired from the Navy in like 3 years, and when I go be retired, I'm gonna go retire. Best believe that. Kevin, you are doing a great job. I'm from North Carolina, and my nursing career spans over 28 years. Shout out to you, Nurse 74. Tell everybody all the areas of nursing that you've worked in, because I know a lot of people will want to have, a little bit of that insight. Like, I'm sure with 28 years of working as a nurse, you have, I'm pretty sure you've worked in the ICU, you've worked med surge, pretty sure you've charged. I'm pretty sure you've been maybe a manager or director, you hold those, so let everybody know about that experience. Yeah, I can see it in your background. Dang, you old. Damn, Sasha, I can't even believe you be coming for me like that. Yo, I cannot stand you right now. I can't. Happy nurseversary. Thank you. Of course, we hear him. Of course, yeah, look, he come out of nowhere. I think I hear him walking, because he has like that. He's walking. Oh man, farm is a headache now. I finished first semester next week. Hey, you gonna make it. Do y'all call him Trey? Sometimes I'll call him Trey. And I mean, it's rare that I say Trey. If I do say anything involved with Trey, I'll be like, Treyway. I probably shouldn't say that, but I do, because I don't know why. Sorry. Pharm is going to make it make you want to stop, but it's worth it. So pharmacology. Here's the thing that really tripped me out is like when I was studying pharmacology for NCLEX, and then I kind of like data dumped and didn't start to remember stuff. But then when I tell you I started working in ICU day one and they started quizzing me on pharmacology, it's like I couldn't retain it. I was just like, oh my God. So trust me when I tell you right now, pharmacology will and always will be a part of your life. And you better not fuck it up. You better not fuck it up. So that's one thing that I want to talk about. I had a whole list of things that I wanted to talk about. The very first thing when it comes to pharmacology, who remembers Redonda Vaughn? Who knows the story about Redonda Vaughn? And if you don't, I want everybody to go on Google. Don't you leave this chat. As a matter of fact, I got 1,600 likes. I got 26 people in here. I want 3,000 likes right now. Do it. Do it now. I love you. Anyways, so who knows who Redonda Vaughn is, right? And if you know who she is, drop her down in the chat. This is why pharmacology is so important. And if you don't know the story, of Redonda Vaughn, essentially what she did, I want to say she was a 2-year nurse working somewhere, I think like in med-surg somewhere. Long story short, she gave the patient the wrong medication. It was a patient that was supposed to go down for like an MRI and they were nervous. And she meant to give the patient Versed, its generic name is midazolam, right? Midazolam is a benzodiazepine. So think about that. What are benzos used for, right? What are benzos used for? So think about that. This is why pharmacology is so important. So she went to the medication dispense machine and typed the letter V, right? So of course, this is why we don't really pay attention. This is why we pay attention to what trade names and generic names are. She put V. The first one that popped up was Vecuronium. Vecuronium is a VEC, Versed is VER. However, when you hit Vecuronium is a paralytic. Vecuronium is stuff that is used, essentially, the only time I've used Vecuronium is if when we were repositioning a patient that was intubated, that had COVID, and it paralyzes their body so they don't buck the vent, and it makes it a lot easier to turn them when we were doing pulmonary care. Anyways, so Vecuronium is used to paralyze a patient. It gives you so many warnings like, hey, you can't do this. Hey, you can't do this. Then she pulls it out of the machine. She pulls it out of the dispensing machine. It has a yellow cap on top of it with a red damn tape on it. And it says, warning, paralyzing agent. And not only that, you have to reconstitute this medication because it comes in a powder form. So you have to reconstitute it. And she still gave it. So there were so many warnings that happened. And then that patient, she gave it to him. And I can only imagine how she pushed it. But essentially, this patient died like they suffocated to death. That's why pharmacology is so important, y'all. That's why pharmacology is so important. And if you go and you look up her story, they took her license away. The hospital set her out of court. She apologized to the family. She legit made a mistake. She was a brand new nurse, and and there was a lot of other things that were going on at that hospital. But then they tried to essentially kind of double jeopardy her. I mean, technically, they didn't really take her to court, but then the hospital was like, oh, it wasn't our fault. It was her fault. So then they brought her back, and then they trialed her for criminal negligence, and they gave her 10 years. And I think they just really updated it, and I think they reduced it to like 3 years or some shit like that. But that's why pharmacology is so important. It's just like when I see shit like that, hey, bro, don't give me no meds. Hell, I'm double checking, triple checking. One time I had fentanyl in my pocket and I had to go tell the charger, hey, look, I got fentanyl in my pocket. I don't know where it came from. Here you go. Here you go. I don't know if I came up late. I ain't going nowhere until I know that this is checked. All right, cool. Good to go. Because sometimes in the ICU, especially when you have codes, you can fucking override that Pyxis so fucking fast and pull out the RSIs. If you guys don't know what RSIs are, you guys look at the RSIs, rapid sequence inhibition medications. Fentanyl is part of that, right? So just be aware of that. That's why pharmacology is so important. So safety. I actually did a lecture. I recorded a lecture on the legal duties and responsibilities that you need to understand as a nurse. The legal section is a part of your NCLEX. It's part of the NCLEX breakdown. That's why I harp on it so much. Okay, so pharmacology. Don't fuck it up. All right, I do one of the first stories in my first clinicals. Yep. I hear this story again. If I hear the story again, I'm fighting. Okay, well, you gonna fight? I guess. Yep. Intubated patients. Yep. I use it for COVID patients. I worked in the ER ICU. Okay. ER ICU, labor and delivery, occupational health, med surg. Currently a unit manager. Shout out to you. I still hate it. So if Lakin's still in here, hey, look, Nurse 74 got the T right there for working in labor and delivery, right? And now you're a unit manager. So, you can give people that aspect of what it's like to be in a leadership position of being a unit manager, right? Wait, are you in Methodist Dallas Center? My ex works there. Hey, I might know your ex. I'm just playing. I don't know your ex. And I might work in Methodist Dallas. There are a lot of Methodists. I might work in a Methodist hospital in England somewhere. I don't even know if they got that in England. So that hospital was already, yeah, they were. They really were. Yo, me as hell. Wait, I got blood tubes. Take this. Look, I don't want nothing. You're right. I don't want nothing. Hey, get it off. Right. Take the badges too. I'm not stealing. Right. Take everything. Take it all. Right. So that's what's really important about pharmacology. Right. And it gets so much deep because I could tell you right now, and everybody can agree with this, is that a hospital they don't give a fuck about you. I promise you, they have no problem getting rid of you. They have no problem of reporting your ass to the board of nursing at all. They have no problem. So the only person that's going to protect you when it comes to the license that you work so hard for is you. Me, it took me 4 times to get mine. You think I'm gonna let a hospital just be like, no, that's okay? No. That's what I was trying to tell you about the situations about when I worked in the ICU that these hospitals were telling us that we could do. And I was just like, since when do I put orders in? Just do it. Just do it. Nah, bro. Y'all better get these doctors to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. Y'all better get them. And a hospital will flip on you real quick. And then not only will they flip on you real quick, try it. Try them out and see. Try them out and see if they really like you or not. You see what I'm saying? So that's my whole story on the pharmacology. I will bring up Redonda Vaught is like, she's like a martyr for all nurses because what has happened and what happened in regards to that is that when a nurse openly admits to doing something wrong, because that's what we're told to do. Hey, if you do something wrong, let us know so that way we can quality control it so it doesn't happen again, or so that way we can mitigate it so it doesn't happen as much. That's the whole point, is it not? So when you admit something like that, but the cause is death, it makes it very hard to want to admit something. It admits it. Here's the issue. She willingly said that she fucked up. She willingly said that. She apologized. And listen, that death is going to be on that woman's conscience for the rest of her life, right? But then she was punished. She got her license taken away. She got fired from her job. She had to restitution for the family or whatever it had to go on. And then 2 years later, they're just like, hey, no, hey, come here. Hey, sit here. Now we're sending you. Now you did criminal negligence. It'd be different if she hid it. They're like, hey, come on. And now she can never be a nurse again. Hell, there's something that's out there right now where she's trying to get her nursing license reinstated. Now, while I don't agree with what they did to her by bringing her back and try to charge her criminally, that woman does not deserve to have her license back. There's just some mistakes you cannot make. Hey, look, there's just some that you can't make. And that is one of them. That is one of them. So Vecuronium and Versed, don't you ever fucking get them mixed up. Ever. So shout out to all 20 people that are in here. Shout out to the 2,400 likes that y'all done gave me. If you guys are new here, my name is Kevin. I go by the Boot Nurse. I need all of y'all, all 20 of y'all, I need everybody to start liking my stuff. I need to start liking, and I need for y'all to follow me. I need at least like 10,000 followers. And I think I'm sitting like at 2,300. You would think that I would have more, but I don't be posting TikToks like that where I'm just like, I really want to do a really good one with that girl that was on the plane where she's like, I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker right there is not real. Like, I really want to do one, but I just be forgetting. I'll be forgetting to do that shit. I really do. So I really got to do better. Maybe that's how I'll get like 10,000 followers and all that other shit. So I'm just saying. But anyway, so if you're new here, welcome. I want to know who you are, where you're from. I want to know, What questions that you have. Are you taking the NCLEX? I want to know whatever that you guys want to ask in regards to nursing, or if you just want to ask about whatever. We got a lot of folks in here. Got co-host Sasha, co-host Nurse Nelly that are down there answering questions. We got Nurse 74, who has 28 years of nursing experience. I forgot who the other individual's name was, but they are 70 years old and has like 30 plus years of nursing experience and wants to come off retirement. Why? Don't know why. So there's that, Sandy. Look, a nurse for 36 years right there. We got like whatever questions that you guys have. You guys ask them down there. If you're a brand new nurse about to start nursing school and you want an NCLEX review that you'll have all the way up until you graduate, when you're ready to prepare for your NCLEX, check out the 7-day NCLEX course. It's going for $48. You pay it one time and you get it forever and you get all the updates. I got 3-4 videos that I recorded. And after I get off this live, I'm probably going to record a couple more before I go and do my military training tomorrow and Sunday. So I want to know all of it. I want to know all the tea. Let me know what's up. So, and I got another subject that I want to talk about. It's not all that important, but I saw it on TikTok yesterday. And if anybody's following this individual, I want to know what you guys' thoughts and opinions are on it. So let's see. Let's see what we're talking about. Hi, Mallory. That's Mallory. I remember MJ and Mallory. See, I kind of remember names. My RN program requires 100% on every math test. Are they usually just conversions, fractions? So it's usually like conversions, dosage calculations, and stuff like that. Mallory, that's what it's for. And yeah, a lot of those nursing programs, they will require you to have 100%. And because that's what that main reason is, because it has to deal with medication. Because you got to think, I can't give an accurate medication if I don't know what the patient's weight is. And remember, everything is in kilograms. You got to think about that. Hi, I'm Sasha. I'm here in Orlando, ASN, LPN, CNA, works in peds, but trying to go OR. Sasha, I already know about you, but if you want to keep telling everybody about you, then that's fine. What's for dinner? Chicken sandwiches with french fries. Yeah. Do you want a plate, Sasha? Hey, Sasha, I got you. I'm going to eat this chicken sandwich in front of you, and it's going to be delicious. Sasha always be coming on here asking for a plate, but she don't ever contribute to nothing. That's wild to me. That's wild. You don't be contributing to the cooking that be going on in here. What's wrong with you? Please, how can I get it? Sharice, if you're looking for the 7-day NCLEX course, go to my bio, and the link is in my bio. You can check it out there. Yes, what's wifey cooking us for dinner? But I just told you, chicken sandwiches, man. Is there an easier way to remember SSRIs, central nervous system depressants, stimulants, medications for bipolar, and antidepressants? Man, I don't know if I can say all that in one. Somebody answer her. Somebody answer her right now. I took my math over the summer. I know you want to play. I cannot. Listen, I watch it. You'll watch my kids just to get a plate. What's up with y'all? My hubby cook, thank goodness, so I can call. Hey, shout out to him. That way you can be up in here co-hosting. I love it. I love every bit of it. So another topic that I really wanted to talk about was, who knows who Woe Vicky is? Y'all know who Woe Vicky is, right? She the white girl with long hair. She talk, real like different, right? So she's had a lot of transitions going on with her in her life, and based off of, whatever she's experienced, on and so forth. And she's done doing the social media stuff and trying to get off of it, and has given her life to God and all that other good stuff. But she is starting nursing school, and she had these green scrubs on. And I'm just like, first of all, where you get them scrubs at? Mostly just because I'm trying to get a brand deal. You know what I'm saying? So, but she really said that she wants to go to school, be a nurse. And in my mind, I'm just like, ain't no way you trying to be a nurse. And I don't say it. I don't say it based off of her intelligence, but I'm just like, there's no way that you want to be a nurse. It's just like, are you doing it for clout? But then it's just like, it doesn't even matter at this point, because if that's what you want to do and you want to put yourself through the stress of being a nurse and becoming a nurse, and if that's where your passion is at, then who am I to say anything to you? But I thought about that, and I was like, man, that's something I could talk about when I do my Instagram, my TikTok live, and see what everybody thinks about it. So what y'all think about that? What y'all think about Woe Vicky, wanting to go and be a nurse? What y'all think about that? Oh, Mallory says she don't know who she is. So if Mallory don't know who she is, then we know she ain't real, and we know she ain't important. I don't know if that's true. Mallory, Woe Vicky is a girl that's on social media trying to be a rapper, tried to do all kinds of stuff. She's young. She's probably like, I think like 21, 22, something like that. Pretty sure she was on Vine or TikTok earlier, and she used to say the N word a lot. Like, she used to be real out of pocket. Real out of pocket. But anyways, but if you look up Woe Vicky and you just look up all that, yeah, she said, oh yeah, she says she's black. She says I think she says she's from Atlanta. She has a really the way that she talks is just it doesn't fit her, as people say. So spelt Woe Vicky. So I think the Vicky is with an I at the end. Oh Lord. Look, I'm trying to tell you. I saw that yesterday. I don't think she was serious. I don't know. She might be. But then again, I mean, at this point, it has to be maybe like wearing a badge of honor, because I don't know how she is financially. But I know that she makes like, based off of not endorsements, but brand deals that she has with people. She's very well off for being as young as she is, because that's just essentially like how things are going now. But I saw that. Yes, I don't claim her. Oh, my bad, Mallory. Damn. All right, you don't claim her. Cool. I'm just saying. That's what she doing. So she was fighting some other girl that was on Dr. Phil. Oh yeah. The Catch Me Outside girl. Catch Me Outside. How about that? The internet made her famous, and that makes me sick, yo. It makes me so sick, the fact the internet made her famous. Because she thinks she's a good rapper, but in reality, she's not. She's not a good rapper. She's just famous for the fact that she just acted the fuck up on TV, and people ate that shit up. So no, that's Woe Vicky is. I think the word she got famous is because she was singing some song sitting in somebody's car, and she was off beat and off key, and then she was saying the N word. But then the girl off of Dr. Phil was that Catch Me Outside girl, and I think they got into like a fight, or I don't know. It was just real stupid. It's just like, why does anybody even care about what's happening right now? You know what I mean? So. Maybe she wants something with more stability. Maybe. Lakin, I feel like you're kind of reaching. I feel like you're kind of reaching, but I'm gonna give you that one, because maybe she wants something that's more, we'll say, honorable than being a social media influencer or a content creator, or whatever people want to, however people's thought processes are. I wouldn't say nursing is more stable, but it's just like I'm not saying her work ethic is going to be channeled very, very differently, being a nurse than it is being an influencer. So yeah, Catch Me Outside. How about that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, that was my mama brain talking. Look, I see that mama brain talking, but I just gave you a very like political and like maybe possible theoretical answer. But the real part of me is like, no, she's stupid if she's going to leave that kind of money to come and try to do nursing money. But then again, it could be something that she's always wanted to do, and the social media thing just happened. Because you got to think, a lot of these people get famous and viral on accident. You know what I mean? So it's cool. She is not ready yet. She ain't. And the thing about it, she think that the world will eat her up the way as she does social media content. Nah, let her go to a floor, and all them women are gonna tear her apart. They're like, oh, you think because you famous on the internet, you think you can come in here and do our job? Look, I've been on many a floors, and that's exactly how they would do her. Well, there's always a job available being a nurse, like it's always a guaranteed job. True, but also not true, because I've seen some nurses that are just like, yo, I've been trying to apply for a job for 3 months and I haven't gotten it. But then again, that all just depends on location. That just depends on the specialty, how much money you're asking for, what your job experience, so on and so forth. She not ready, especially for the ICU floor. You right. You was absolutely right. Absolutely right. So, shout out to y'all. I got 11 people that are in here. Man, I don't know what happened to everybody. I think I lost it. I think I lost my fire while I was talking. But then again, it is almost 7 o'clock, and I have been on here for almost an hour and a half. Right? So what else y'all got for me? What other questions that y'all got for me? Or what other question that you guys got for any of the co-hosts down there? So sorry, I'm reading a book. Oh, my bad. You reading a book? You that bored? You reading a book while you talking to me? Damn, that's mean. What kind of book is it though? It better be a good one. How often are you live? Lake and I have been very consistent. I want to say for the past 3 weeks of going live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 around 5:30 Texas time. I don't know why I just pointed. I feel like that was really aggressive, and I don't mean that. So, but 5:30 Texas time, and I usually try to be on here for usually about an hour to an hour and a half. But TikTok really rewards people when they're live all the time. But I'm telling you right now, ain't no way I'm turning on, TikTok live so y'all can watch me sleep. Or I'm not going to be doing no AI like, thank you for coming. Hello, I will not do lives like that because that shit is weird. But there's people out there making fucking money doing it, so it's crazy. But yeah, so that's how I do that. I just watched the Scrubs video and I felt the satire. Are you talking about the Scrubs? Are you talking about Scrubs like the show Scrubs? I love Scrubs. That's actually a really good depiction of what it's like to work in an ER. If you can pass pharmacology, will the rest be okay? So, are you talking about pharmacology like in school? Or are you talking about pharmacology like on the NCLEX? You should do the AI. Ma'am, I am not doing the AI. I'm not doing that. Oh my God, yes, those lives drive me crazy. Know your girl Bree. What? What are you talking about? I love anime. Oh, okay, I got you. I love anime. Hey, shout out to anime. Okay. Let me see what you're talking about. Hold on. I got lost already. I'm already lost. Oh, you felt the satire? Okay, I got you. I got you, bro. Yeah. Wait, we were talking about anime. I love anime and books. Hey, shout out to anime. Hey, right now, I'm probably at some point this weekend, I'm going to binge watch Demon Slayer, like the rest of it, because I think it's all in English. Hey, shout out to everybody hey, if you like anime, I want you to give me the 4,000 likes right now. That means all 11 of you like anime, and I need 4,000 likes. Make it happen. Love you. Thanks. Are we anime lovers? I don't even know what that means. So, yes. Oh, my goodness. Hey, look, I love anime. My animes for, like, now what? Let's name them. Attack on Titan. That is the number one. Demon Slayer, fire. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, fire. Dragon Ball, anything Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, not Dragon Ball GT because we don't talk about that around here. And there's another one, Assassination Classroom. That one's pretty good. What else? What's some other ones? Hunter x Hunter, Gucci. Good. Hey, look, that's good shit out there. You know what I mean? So, did you not say that? Get off live. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why do I gotta get off? Look, hey, Demon Slayer is fire. What are you saying? Wait, what did I say? Oh, you're talking about Dragon Ball GT? Because I don't play that. I don't like Dragon Ball GT. It's dumb. It's not even canon. It's stupid. But anyways, shout out to all 10 of y'all that decided to hang out with me. All right. So it's about 7 o'clock. What other questions you guys got? Because I can tell you right now, the way that this live is going right now, your boy's about to get off, and I'm about to eat this chicken sandwich without y'all being able to partake in it. I know you don't watch any of that. Maybe you should partake and start watching anime, Nelly. Maybe you should. It'll probably make you feel better about life. Just saying. Remember, anime is written by adults for adults. You want to know why? Because it ain't for them kids. Because what do I always tell y'all about them kids? Lakin, cover your ears because I know you're a mom. You're in mama mode. I don't mean it. I might mean it. There you go. Sasha said it. I didn't say it. I ain't say it. Hey, whoa. Hey, not Mallory saying even my own. Oh my goodness. You work your brain off in pharmacology, and when you start working, everything comes ready to go. That's true. This is like any type of medication that needs to be reconstituted, mixed, or anything. It all comes from pharmacy. Like the chances of you mixing medications are damn near slim to none. And I say slim to none because there are those chances that you will have to mix your own medication depending on the facility that you go to. But most of the time, like pharmacy's they're gonna tube it up, or you're gonna have a runner go get it, or whatever. So That's what, but yeah, I mean, they want you to know how to do it, but this is not old school nursing anymore. Pharmacy does it for the fact of essentially that's their job to make sure the medication is good to go. But then also it helps prevent those errors, so nurses could focus more on on patient care. I sat down and watched Naruto with Trey, and of course, it's got titles, subtitles. So he must be watching it in Japanese. Look, if I don't have to, I won't watch it in Japanese. If I know it's not going to come out in English for a long time, then I'm going to watch it in Japanese. Hey, look, I'm dubbed over sub all day. I don't care what you say. English is my first language. I don't speak Japanese. Sorry. Anyways, so let's see. Oh, look at that. See, TikTok is rewarding me for the fact that I've been on here for an hour and a half with y'all. Look at that. Demon Slayer made me cry. It depends on what part of Demon Slayer makes you cry. Because I cried during all of it. Oh my God. And look, let's not even talk about Attack on Titan because I got so invested in people. And then the fact that they just become factored, they just get, unalived. I am not cool with that. Not cool with that at all. Not at all. Who's leaving? Lakin. All right, cool. See you Monday. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for asking all your questions. Your questions are awesome. Keep them coming. He was like, I swear there's never been titles on here before. Oh, man. He lying. So, facts. Attack on Titan make you want to fight everyone. Hey, seriously. Seriously. And not the cliffhangers that happened when I found out about, look, the female Titan, because I'm real optimistic. I don't be paying attention to shit. But the female Titan, the Colossal Titan, the Armor Titan, the Beast Titan, like we start fighting, look, it's wild. It's wild out here. Got to take care of these kids. Guess I'm supposed to feed them or something. I guess you better feed them before they start biting your ankles or something. I don't know. You got it, Mallory. Go feed them babies. Go feed them babies. Even though we say FTK, we got to feed these kids. Have a good night, and thanks for all your advice and positive attitude. You're very welcome. It's always going to be here. Always. All right. Well, I think I might just wrap it up. For the night, and I think I'll leave it with for the 11 people that are in here. First of all, make sure everybody goes and follows me on all those social medias. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok. Hit that notification so you guys know when I'm going live. But I'll leave you guys with this. Failure is not the end for anybody. It doesn't matter if it's NCLEX or if you fail any other test or if you fail at certain aspects of life. Failure is not the end. However, based off of those failures, you have a decision to make. Do you want to continue staying where you are or do you want to make some type of improvement? So we grow every day. So make sure you grow every day. So make sure you guys grow every day. Wait, I need my food. Sasha, look, I just got told food is done. So it's not being brought to me today. I got to go get it. So I got to go get it. So I've been sharing your videos. Hopefully everyone will join next time. Good night. Nurse 74, thank you for sharing. I really do greatly appreciate that. And you have a wonderful night as well. Tell her to wait for me. All right, Sasha, I'll let her know. I'll let her know. I'll let her know to wait for you right now. Promise. Anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Make sure everybody stays safe, and I will see everybody on Monday. Take care. Bye.